This week's podcast brought to you by the Beefy Boys, three cool dudes hanging out talking about music, video games, and sports, and anything else that hits our fancy.
Check them out at www.beefyboys.com or on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Yeah. If you love their logo, you can buy their merch, www.cafepress.com/beefyboysmerch1.
And oh, baby, you know you're going to find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Find us on Twitter at Beefy_Boys, and you can find us on Instagram at Official Beefy Boys, because it is official. Make us blue check marked, keep following us, and you can find us on Facebook at the Beefy Boys. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Beefy.
Episode 85, I believe, of the Beefy Boys Bud Club. I'm Joe, and I'm joined here with Vito.
What's up?
That's it. Christian MIA once again, which is too bad because I had some sports stuff I wanted to talk to him about, so I'll just talk at you about it, I guess, Vito.
Sure. I mean, I've seen Christian in like a month.
I know. He disappeared for a while, then we got him back once, and who knows? I haven't even heard from him. What is that boy up to? Do you think he's finally wearing a mask now that it's required in Washington State?
I don't know. I'd assume so.
For those not from Washington State, on Friday, our statewide mask requirement went into effect for all public gatherings, which is, I think, intentionally vague. But I will say I went for a walk with my wife on Friday afternoon, and we brought our masks like we always do. We crossed paths with 7 people. Do you know how many of them were wearing masks?
None.
0 out of 7.
Yep.
Yeah. So good to see that's working. I also see people just like at the grocery store, just like, no. I was like wedged in. I don't know why I keep going to Safeway, but I was at Safeway. The woman in front of me, who must have been like 21 years old, was wearing her like, what do they call those things? Jumper or whatever. No face mask on. The woman behind me was like right on my ass. I'm like, lady, 6 feet back. What are you doing? Back up. You're in line. How is standing on my heels going to get you through faster?
Yeah.
Jesus. Anyway, yeah. I saw a very sad meme that was like, the biggest mistake we made was telling Americans that the mask protects others. Know your audience.
Yeah. True.
Oh. It is going to be interesting. I was watching Hassan Minaj this morning. He was talking about what the history books are going to say about this time in like 20 years. And I'm like, that is interesting. Right? It's not often you get to live through historic moments.
Yeah.
2020 has been a historic moment. This was my favorite, and I didn't research this much, but this is my favorite conspiracy theory. Ready? The reason 2020 is so fucked up is because the time traveler keeps trying to fix things, but breaks them more.
I've seen that, yeah.
That's why the murder hornets just kind of disappeared. Suddenly they're not a problem anymore. I go, okay.
Yeah. As far as the actuality about the murder hornets is that it never was a problem.
It was just a headline. I remember when African killer bees were supposed to be a thing. Like, come on. I'm never worried about this kind of stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, you were gonna talk at me about some sports stuff, apparently.
Sure. So Major League Baseball's coming back.
May as well get that out of the way.
Major League Baseball's coming back for a 60-game season. Unclear what their coronavirus plan is. As soon as they announced this, 5 Colorado Rockies caught coronavirus. So, okay, great. It's almost poetic at this point. Like, it's like they're doing, like, whoever is controlling this thing is just trying to fuck with us. Also, Vince Carter officially retired. I don't know if we think we talked about this, but Vince Carter is the longest active career in the NBA. He's been playing since 1998 for 22 years. So I have some fun facts about Vince Carter's career, all right?
Yeah.
Vince Carter has played with or against 37% of anyone who's ever played in the NBA.
Wow.
He's also the only player to appear in a video game on the PS1, the PS2, the PS3, and the PS4.
Soon to be PS5, I assume.
Well, no, he retired. He retired.
Oh, yeah.
He could have made it all the way to the PS5 if he held out for one more year, I guess.
It's funny.
Oh, man. Yeah, they're supposed to restart the NBA season soon, too, but it's supposed to happen at
It's a
Disney
recipe
World.
for
Which is,
disaster.
yeah. All these bubble ideas, they're supposed to happen at Disney World, which is going to open to the public, and Florida's like blowing up right now. Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. It is very
And it's
dumb.
following the same pattern that it followed in 1918, wherein people,
Yep.
it was like the initial bump, and then, oh, this isn't so bad. People started ignoring the rules, and then it got way worse. So, I mean, I wish Christian was here because there's no effing way that there's an NFL season or college football. It's not going to happen. I mean, okay, to be fair, it might happen because NFL owners are the worst people on earth and they don't give a shit about their players. They would play a game if the building was collapsing around them because it would make them the $100,000. They don't care, But there's no way there's going to be college football. There's no fucking way. The campuses aren't going to be open.
Yeah.
Have we not learned our lesson? Like I said a few weeks ago, like everything, sure, we can all make this work. Just change everything about your society and your mental state entirely, and then we can all make this work. Like, it's just not going to happen. Like, no way. No.
I've been playing a lot of Path of Exile.
Oh, still? Damn.
Oh, did I say that last week?
You
too?
did, yeah. I just listened to I have like no podcast time anymore because I don't have a commute because my commute is walking from the living room from the bedroom to the living room. It takes 90 seconds. But I listened to it last night while I was grinding in 14.
Yeah,
quite a bit.
Yeah, I got through Act 10, which is the last act, and I started playing Endgame, and it's been pretty fun. I'm playing a summoner, so I just have
a pet, as they call
tsunami of undeath following me and destroying everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I meant to tell you, I started Palace of the Dead over as my scholar, if you want to run. I think I'm at floor 11 now. But I guess you said you had a healer. I should restart again as summoner. Summoner is confusing. Scholar is very easy.
We could do that today if you want.
I think I got stuff to do. I'm trying to tidy up the kitchen. I have this giant pile. Oh,
I've got a
told
project
you
I
about
need
the
to
cherry
do too.
tree, by the way? I guess I think I started it last Monday. Yeah, because I took last Monday off. So we have a cherry tree in the front yard. It's fruiting right now. So we've been cutting branches and picking all the cherries. Oh my God, there's so many fucking cherries. If you need tart cherries, come to my house. I have so many.
But
they're starting to get moldy, all the ones I cut. So I'm like pitting and freezing. Do you know how much of a pain in the ass it is to pit cherries? I got to do them one at a time. And
buy a cherry pitter.
I have one. It pits one cherry at a time.
Get one off like Amazon that pits like 9 or something.
Yeah, I should. But I don't know what we're going to do with them. I got 2 giant buckets and my freezer's full, so I think I'm just going to let the birds have the rest of them.
You can make like cherry juice or cherry jam.
Well, what we're going to do, I think,
cherry pie
is make some cordials. Ara bought some bourbon, so we're going to make some cordials. She also had some other ideas, right? I mean, my plan is just to pit and freeze them, then we can use them whenever, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, meow, 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 meow. But, we're worried about the tree. So, all right. Let's go through the whole rigmarole. The fence in the backyard blew over a few weeks ago. Like, a part of it just blew over. It turns out one of the posts was rotten. And I didn't want to fix it because, to me, it's pretty clear that the neighbor put it up. Like, it runs the entire length of their driveway past our house and the next house. But that's a college rental, and clearly they weren't going to do anything. And it just looked weird to have a big hole in the fence. So, anyway, we paid one of, like, Ara's friends to come take care of it. And while he was here, she's like, oh, we should have him cut some of that cherry tree, too. And he's like, yeah, I can climb up there and start sawing off branches. But the top of the tree is all tangled in the utility lines, which I'm like, I don't want anybody going up there. So I didn't realize this because I don't pay attention to power lines, but apparently the power lines are the ones all the way at the top, and the rest are like cable and phone lines and stuff. So it wasn't quite to the power lines, but I called the city anyway, and I said, "Hey, our trees all tangled in the utility lines. Do you guys handle that? Can you send someone to take a peek?" 2 days later, they had a crew out to saw it down. I was so impressed. It took 2 days. I couldn't believe it. And yeah, they did a great job. They cut off like all the branches that were tangled in the lines. So I'm like, awesome, you know? Yes. Now, weirdly enough, the tree at the house next door, which is also entangled in the lines, they didn't touch. So I'm like, oh, okay.
I think it's because I just didn't get called in for it.
I guess. I looked it up. There's like a federal law that requires the municipality handles that. If the tree branches are in the power lines, that's the job of the utility company. So I think they're legit. They only respond to calls because otherwise it would be so expensive for them. But we're like, it's right. You're here and it's right there. They're also having so much fun because it's such a ripe cherry tree. They started having like cherry fights where they're throwing them at each other.
Oh, that's funny.
I could see them because I could see them right from my desk, you know. It was impressive. They had like a guy up on the tree and they had a wood chipper, so like it took no time. Although there was like, it looked like a cherry battlefield. There were so many dead soldiers all over the street afterward. Like, should we like sweep this up? I'm like, I don't know, whatever. What's the story of the cherries on the front yard? The figs in the backyard are coming in pretty soon too. Those are even more annoying. Because it drops little fig bombs. Yeah, adventures in gardening up in her. It's a very exciting life I lead. The joys of being a homeowner, I guess. Although I guess you guys have to take care of it too, because you like, it's a rent by owner or whatever from that, whoever it is, Jane's grandma or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you still have the roommate?
Yeah.
Word. That's pretty slick. It's a pretty nice little house you guys got over there.
Yeah, it is.
So, I don't know if you saw, but I posted on Facebook how annoyed I am at these people who are like, the mask is going to not let me get any oxygen. And it kind of blew
Oh,
up.
yeah, I saw that. I even replied
to it.
That was
so funny, that thing you read. I'm like, I was just angry and a little bit drunk. I literally put no effort into that. Like, as soon as I wrote it, as you mentioned, I'm like, I probably should mention how they're not airtight anyway.
Yeah.
But my point was like,
yeah, I saw that. I'm like,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's so absurd. The best meme I saw about this is because there's been this thing going around that's like this diagram of what happens if you breathe in too much CO2, and this is why you can't wear masks. And the tag was like, that's why surgeons can only operate once and then they die. And I'm like, exactly. How stupid you sound. Like, oh
so
my
funny.
God. Yeah, I know. It's like I said, we were watching Hassan Minaj this morning, and he was talking about how, I mean, the episode was about how TurboTax sucks, but he's talking about, of course, everything is politicized, from gun control to abortion to germs. And I'm like, yeah, when did germs become a political issue? Like, this is so fucking dumb.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, we're totally fucked. Whatever. It's cool. I'll keep working from home. It's fine. I miss my classroom, but it's fine.
I'm unfortunately working with the public.
Yeah, how is it?
It's basically back to normal.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, the bars are still not open in the same way, but they're both open with, like, packaged stuff.
Yeah, I saw that when I was in there the other day. That's different. Are you getting line service? Like, are people ordering those loose salads and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
How many customers wearing masks would you say? What's the percentage?
I feel like Mart's been pretty good about it. I feel like the customers there, like, I notice when they don't have one.
That's good. Yeah.
But it's also the community, too. Like, it's, like, old people who are more at risk.
Well, it's an affluent white community, so there's always the concern it becomes those crazies who just, you know.
True.
I'm going to do what I need a haircut or whatever. All right, dude. Chill out. Chill out. And how's school going in the remote situation? That's got to be interesting.
It's going.
Is it like I imagine there's a lot of stuff you can learn like intellectually from book learning and stuff, but there's practical component. They got to address this somehow, you know.
Well, they're actually going to be starting going to school on Monday.
How's that going to work? Like
they're starting with the people who are on their externships coming back to refresh their skills.
Okay.
Before going back into externships. And then they're going to add the seniors and then juniors and then freshmen kind of thing.
Okay.
So there's only going to be like a certain amount of people on campus at a time.
Right.
And they're also not doing it's not going to be like Monday through Friday anymore. It's going to be like depending on who's doing what, you're going to be showing up like 2 or 3 days a week.
Yeah, so like alternating schedules and stuff. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Maybe that's what we'll end up doing for my class, although it sounds like we're just going to stay remote for a while.
I think the main reason why ours is going back is because it's a medical school, so we're we're supposed to be learning how to be safe in this environment anyway.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess you're right. There's no need for my coding class to be in person. Everything works on the internet. I just miss the.
Yeah,
it's
like we're literally supposed to be learning like how to work with people who are infected. So
that's fair.
Yeah,
they're gonna send you out in the world. Like, okay,
we're all going to be like in scrubs with masks. So
damn. Oh, damn.
Because our uniform is a scrub, and then we're going to be forced to wear masks.
Yeah.
Then we're going to be 6 feet apart inside the classrooms, which is going to be funny.
How is that going to work? Are there too many of you?
No, max classes were 30 people before this, so...
Just cut it in half, I guess.
So, yeah, they basically just cut it in half, or possibly less. Plus, I'm sure they can commandeer other classrooms for the people who aren't going in yet.
I see. Yeah. And speaking of video games from before, by the way, I finished The Last of Us 2.
Yeah, was it good?
Cool. Yeah. It mostly takes place in Seattle, which is really fun because, you know.
Oh, yeah, I remembered you talking about that last week now.
Yeah. Ara and I are like, oh, look, it's this neighborhood. And, oh, that's supposed to be that building. It's always, like, inspired by, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, the Paramount Theater kind of plays a major role. They call it the Pinnacle Theater. The aquarium also plays a major role, which is hilarious. And at one point, I don't know if I told you this. Sure, this is kind of a spoiler. At one point, a character...
I mean, I'm not going to play it, so...
I figured. At one point, a character is wearing a sea otter t-shirt at the aquarium. And I'm like, look, babe, it's our wedding. Married at the Seattle Aquarium in front of the sea otters. I'm like, thanks for that.
That's funny.
Oh. Yeah, the aquarium is like a major part of it, which is hilarious. Like, of all the places in Seattle, you choose the aquarium.
That's funny.
Like the space, I guess the Space Needle.
I mean, I guess the Northwest is pretty well known for its like ocean life and stuff.
Oh yeah,
on the coast
for sure. The North Pacific Ocean is some of the best biodiversity in the world. Well, up when you get up to like Alaska and stuff in the Bering Sea. And also the sea otters are interesting, especially along like the Washington, California coast, because you can see like humans had such a deleterious effect on their population. You can see it, you know, like there were so many sea otters, and they're not just cute. They have such a major effect on the ocean ecosystem because their favorite food is sea urchins, and sea urchins are incredibly good at killing kelp. So if there's lots of sea otters, that means there's not that many urchins. That means you get these vast kelp forests. If there's no sea otters, that means there's a ton of urchins. You have no kelp forests. Right? It's an entirely different ecosystem, all because of the sea otters.
Interesting.
And it's also interesting because the population of sea otters directly correlates to the fur trade in the North Pacific. Like, they were all being killed for their pelts, and so there were none, and then they became illegal, so now there's a bunch again, and you can like watch over the last 50 years the ecosystems change. It's pretty cool. And anyways, that's my marine biology nerd chat of the episode.
Yeah, I mean,
I wrote like a
we've
4-page
even
paper
seen
on
like,
that specific thing for my marine
oh,
biology
that's
class.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've even seen with like the coronavirus that like a lot of like ecosystems are changing like
Oh, yeah.
around where we live and stuff. So from
Sure.
everybody staying inside.
Yeah. Major effect, for sure. I've definitely been seeing some weird birds in my yard. I thought I had rats in the attic again, but it was just a bird on the roof trying to dig for bugs. Like, God, why
That's
do
funny.
birds keep trying to dig to my fucking roof? I was like, that better not be a fucking rat. And then we have a skylight in the bathroom, and I'm like, I think. And then I saw like the tail of this weird bird. I'm like, and I thought it was like a paintbrush handle. I'm like, is someone on our roof? It's just a weird bird. Okay.
Funny.
Oh. Too funny. So I've been playing that. I've also been playing Yakuza 5. Just unlocked the chicken training minigame. So I got to race chickens and I got to like feed them different things so their stats increase. It's so absurd. This game's
Sounds
so
like
absurd.
chocobos.
It is similar. Yeah. It's not as in depth. I never got into the chocobo racing in 14. There's too much, man.
Yeah, same.
I tried to play Mahjong, but no one ever plays Mahjong. So. Oh, man. I'm almost to 50 with my scholar.
Nice.
I just hit 45 last night.
I just hit 70 on Samurai the other day.
Nice. I try to remember to check in every day, at least to do the leveling roulette, because it's like 2 levels. And
Yeah.
then it's like, okay, what do I do now? You wait till tomorrow. Because the only roulettes I have unlocked are guild hests and leveling, and guild hest is useless.
Yeah.
It takes forever.
I usually do like Alliance Raid, Normal Raid, Trial.
Yeah, but all that unlocks
Leveling.
at 50.
50, 60, 70.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, true.
The only
50
thing you
and
have
60.
while leveling is leveling and guild hosts.
Yeah.
You could do specific dungeons, I suppose. I got fucking the Deepcroft, Time Tower Deepcroft. I'm like, can you pick a boring dungeon for me, please?
Yeah.
At least it doesn't take a million years like Sasha or whatever, which is just so long.
That's Tastasha, yeah.
The worst one. I liked getting Titan. It took no time. It was like instantaneous. How does it work? You're the expert. I get the roulette bonus once per character per day. So if I run it as my scholar, I can't run it again as my summoner. I won't get the bonus. Mm-hmm. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I figured. That's lame.
But yeah, if you have decent gear on, then you can just spam dungeons. And if you're a healer, you can just get to 80 in like a day.
Yeah. Not that bad, honestly.
So as a healer, you don't have a queue.
Nope.
Hardest things to level are DPS.
Yeah, I know, because it takes forever. When even just trying to get to 30 to unlock Summoner, it's like, oh my god, another 15-minute queue. What can I do that doesn't involve queues? I could keep running levels 1 through 10 of the Palace of the Dead, I suppose.
I mean, you can just keep going past 10.
Yeah, but the queue times increase pretty drastically once you get out of 10 if you're trying to go in group content. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't find a group when I was trying to do 21 through 30. I gave up after 10 minutes, whereas for 1 through 10, it takes like 90 seconds.
Well, I've soloed through 50, so I could just do it with you.
Oh, that's true. That's true. And I noticed this. The Aether Pool scales, or it's synced. Is that correct? What is the syncing level?
So the Aether Pool is a flat amount that you increase while you're in there with silver chests.
Right. But...
And it doesn't have any syncing or changing or anything.
My Aether Pool weapon was level 17, and it was synced to 12, and floors 1 through 10 for my arm.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's because
I'm doing it in group or
because you're still doing
whatever
50 floors.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Because I know in the first 50 floors you're still leveling as well, so that might be part of it.
Maybe. Maybe.
But I'm pretty sure, like, if you're doing it from 50 plus, where you're already max level, you just have, like, for my instance, 99.99.
Right. From silver chest. That's why that guy's like 7 floors, no silver, LOL. I had no idea what he was talking about.
Yeah, the silver chests are only good for getting Aether Pool in Palace of the Dead. But in Heaven on High, they also drop... I can't remember what they're called right now, but a thing that lets you basically summon a like Titan or Ifrit or something, and they blow up the floor.
Well, that's pretty
so it's
cool.
like free floor clear.
Free floor clear, huh? Yeah, I don't really use the Pomodors or whatever ever, so they just kind of sit there.
Yeah, and they're not really that useful until like the higher floors.
I'd imagine, yeah.
Although it like if you're trying to like really rush through something, then you can just use petrifications to clear most of the floor as well.
But it takes long.
Well, yeah.
4 rooms. I mean, at least in the first 10, it's 4 rooms. Like, okay.
It can take a lot longer at the higher floors too.
Yeah,
so.
I bet. It's a neat idea. It is neat. I think they should add another one. Is there a release window for 6.3 yet?
It's supposed to be at the end of next month.
The end of July? Okay. That's plenty of time to get caught back up. I still haven't done 5.2 quests. Hey, babe, before you go.
It's cute so that you're not...
Love you.
Or they announce it. You could just do it when they announce it.
Yeah, I could.
The last dungeon, though, was that... Do you
I
have the
haven't
final
gotten into it yet. It's like the second to last quest in 5.2.
Oh, well, you should at least do the final dungeon so you have the
I
expert.
can unlock expert roulette. I know. I hear you.
I guess if you don't care about grinding for gear at all,
I don't. I'm fine. 480 is fine. Also, I can't do the bard. I don't have patience for the DPS queue anymore. I've become spoiled.
Yeah, I mean, anytime I'm on, I'll queue with you.
Yeah, that's fair. But mostly I'm just logging in to level my healer anyway. We could still play together, you know. But it's not
if you're
to worry about.
If you're doing leveling roulette, I'll do it with you, and I can level one of my DPS.
There you go. There you go. Oh.
I'm trying to get rewards to 70 for the Goddess of War title.
Trying to get all your classes to 70, did you say?
Yeah, the war ones.
Oh. Is it different between war and magic? Like you don't need the mages, just the war?
That's weird. For the title.
That's weird.
There's a Goddess of War and a Goddess of Magic title at 7.
Was there a Goddess of the Land in Hand as well?
Yeah, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, the titles for 50, 60, 70, and 80, I believe.
Word. Interesting. My title is still Life of the Party, which is probably going to be.
In fact, there's also, I believe, either a title and or a item that you can get for getting all of your classes up to a certain cap.
Okay.
I know for sure though that the level 81 is a mount, which is really cool. It's Amaro.
Oh, cool.
Yes, I really want that too.
I gotta get my Google tombstone.
Final Fantasy.
Maybe I'll log in later. Yeah. Maybe. I kind of want to pit the rest of these cherries, but I can do that while editing the podcast. And then don't really have anything to do on Monday because it's project presentation day, so I really have nothing to prep.
Fuck, I have to do a project. I have to make up a medication and present it. So I have to record myself thing, I guess.
There you go. That's an adventure.
It's unfortunate because I don't want to do that. I'd rather just make a thing and give it to them. But they want me to record something, which is unfortunate.
Why? You have good podcast equipment there, yes?
I mean, I have my headset. I mean, I'm not saying I can't do it. I just
don't want to. Oh, I hear you. I am on this internal judging panel for one of our internal contests. And one of the requirements is to record a pitch video for your app, and I can tell nobody wants to do it just from the quality of the pitch videos I'm getting.
Project suck.
Just take pride in your work, man. Take pride.
I mean, I
talk about.
still do good projects. I just don't like presenting them. I'd rather a project that I can just turn in.
I suppose I could understand that. I mean, I'm a natural theatrical person, so I like talking in front of crowds. That's literally my job, but not everyone.
Yeah, I'm funnily enough, even though I'm great at customer service, I am a silent person.
Yeah.
I don't like talking that much.
Yeah.
As I say, I'm on a podcast that has 85 episodes.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, that's mainly because of you, Christian. I don't, as
true.
Possibly our entire audience, cringes about probably is that I don't talk enough.
Oh yeah.
It's like, why is Vito even on the podcast again?
Vito has plenty to. People like hearing you. You have fans out there for sure.
Well, they like hearing me, but I don't say shit, so they're probably complaining about it.
I mean, my mom and sisters are convinced that we just don't let you talk. I'm like, no.
No, it's literally just like I have nothing to say like 90% of the time.
Oh man. Yeah.
I don't do much with my life, and what I do like regularly, so it's not like new things to talk about.
I know.
Oh, I played Final Fantasy for 2 days straight again. I binged a video game until I finished it. Whoa. I've been watching hella D&D.
Except to go to my job or school. Very exciting lives we lead, I know.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, I think we can wrap up. We have half an hour. We really got nothing this week.
Yeah. Speaking of which.
Also, listeners, I need ideas because my wedding was supposed to be in about 6 weeks in mid-August, but we had to cancel for virus-related reasons. So if you have any idea for what my wife and I should do instead on that day, send them to me. We generally don't leave the house, FYI. So something unique and doesn't involve leaving the house. That is your mission. Hit me up on Facebook or wherever you find me. All right. This has been episode 85, I want to say, of the Beefy Boys Bud Club.